north to go to talk with the folks up there about the algae problem in Lake St. Mary's. What's your big concern as you head there?
Well, I am going to the lake, which is the largest lake in Ohio, about 14,000 acres, and right now it's a polluted lake. There is algae where there are toxins that I am told are dangerous to human health and animal health and safety. And so I'm going up there to hold a press conference to talk to the local folks. I'm also taking my Director of Natural Resources, Director of Health, Director of the Ohio EPA with me, and we want to talk candidly to the folks up there about what we perceive to be the risks of having any contact with that water in its current condition. We think it's unsafe for boating and certainly unsafe for swimming. And we want people to understand that this is a serious situation. We are talking with experts around the country as well as experts here in Ohio regarding what we may do to correct the situation. This lake has become polluted literally over generations, and it's going to take probably tens of years to bring it back to health if we are successful. But the forward that is tried through, because this is a very unique situation, and that's why we're doing everything we can to try to protect the public, to let people know that they ought not to have contact with that water.
They have a big event coming up there, and they want to get on the water, and I know there are factions up there that say, hey, we want to do this, let's just do it anyway.
Well, the fact is that the primary thing is to make sure that people are safe. And in its current condition, the lake is not safe. And I can say that with some strong assurance. And I won't go into all the technical reasons for that because I'm not an expert. But we are consulting with experts, and we are told that it would be dangerous for human beings and for animals to come in contact with that water in its current state. We're hoping that can be corrected, but as I said, we don't know for sure what the correct path forward is. That's why we're consulting with experts from all across Ohio and other states.
There's evidence that same toxic algae is cropping up in some other lakes and ponds. Is that part of your concern as well?
Well, it is. I mean, we want all Ohioans to be safe, especially children, obviously. We want adults to be safe, but our primary concern is with children, because their immune systems and their ability to deal with these kind of toxins probably are less robust than would be the case with adults. And so, but we also want animals to be safe, and you know, we can wish that this hadn't happened, but it has happened. And so the primary concern, above all else, is the safety of our people.
Any estimate of how long it will be before you can get that lake open so that people would be on the lake?
No estimates at this time. That's part of the uncertainty surrounding its current state. We are testing periodically to see, if the toxin levels are increasing or reducing. We do know that August tends to be a very hot month, even traditionally hotter than July, I believe. So we believe the conditions could continue for quite some time.
What can we do for the people economically up there who are hurting?
Well, that's one of the things we're going to be talking about today, some of the things that we're exploring that may be helpful to them. Here again, we are in an exploratory state, but we understand that this lake has great economic relevance to the region. There are small business people that depend upon the lake. Recreation is a huge part of that local economy, and so we're very sensitive to that. But this is one of those occurrences that it's not as perhaps widespread or as nationally recognized as a problem as was the Gulf of Mexico, but it is a potential ecological and an economic disaster. And then we've got the Asian carp. And here again, that's something that is hugely important to Ohio. And we are, I've urged the President and the administration to name a point person, a carp czar, if you will, to head an effort of all the Great Lakes states. I've asked that we have a meeting of all the Great Lakes very soon, and the administration has indicated to me that probably by mid-August such a person will be named and such a meeting will be scheduled. This is something that we cannot take lightly. It is, I think, possible that if we do not take the correct actions now, that the Great Lakes could be forever altered. And this $8 billion fishing industry could be destroyed. And we've got to do everything possible to keep that from happening.